Well, tonight there's an urgent push to build a new culture around our first responders, a culture that allows the strong to be weak and to deal with the things they see when arriving at the scene of a horrendous crime, fire, or car crash.
For decades, the status quo has been don't talk about it, suppress the feelings, and move on to the next call. But one police officer is offering a lifeline to first responders suffering in silence. Jordan Smith has the story.
It's in the name, first responders. They're the first ones on scene, no matter the situation.
We all endure things that aren't normal and that normal people don't see day in and day out.
From house fires to murder scenes to overdoses to drownings. Moments that stay with them whether they realize it or not.
People don't want to share their feelings about what they're enduring, what they're going through, because, they're afraid that they're going to get fired or in trouble.
This is Sean Thomas, who dedicated her career to law enforcement. It was about 10 years ago that her husband, also a first responder, revealed the struggles he was enduring with his day-to-day job. He began coping with alcohol. They needed help, but were cautious on who they approached.
During that whole process, I realized if we're both first responders and we don't know where to get help, there's got to be other people out there.
For decades, the culture of first responders has been to not talk, with a universal understanding that this is just a part of the job. Rather than processing those emotions, many instead suppress them.
What we now know is that the long-term impact of that looks like maybe cancer, maybe autoimmune disorders, heart disease. And the short-term impact of that looks like relationship problems, looks like anger outbursts, looks like hypervigilance, a constant fear that something bad's going to happen.
I grew up in law enforcement.
So Thomas worked with her employer to organize this, a 2-day wellness conference for any and all first responders, their family members, clinicians, you name it. A place where people can network, find resources that match their needs, and start a dialogue. And today's event is the 54th conference since it started back in 2016. The message is clear.
We want people to know that it's okay to not be okay. You just can't stay that way.
In Coeur d'Alene, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.